Hey, what do you know about climate change?
Well, we all know it's a serious issue.
And we know that it is happening. And it's happening at such high rates because there's so many of us.
Yeah, world population is about 7 billion.
We're constantly reminded that transportation adds to greenhouse gases.
And for good reason. CO2 accounts for over 54% of our emissions.
But what if I told you that cows are actually major culprits of global warming? In fact, the meat and dairy industry emit more greenhouse gases than all of transportation combined. Animal agriculture produces carbon dioxide, 65% of the world's nitrous oxide, and it's the world's largest contributor of methane.
But why should we worry about methane?
We should worry about methane because methane absorbs heat much more effectively than other greenhouse gases.
Methane is 30 times more potent than carbon dioxide.
But why are cows responsible?
Well, methane is produced in the stomach of cows as a result of microorganisms breaking down the grass that they consume.
This methane is later released from the cow's stomach in the form of a burp.
In fact, a dairy cow produces an average of 50 gallons of methane per day.
It's a natural process. Why are we blaming cows?
Yeah, it's natural, but it's not natural how we're raising the cattle today.
And more than emissions, raising animals for food accounts for 30% of the world's water consumption. It occupies over 45% of all land on Earth, and it's responsible for 91% of Amazon rainforest destruction.
Globally, there are over 1.5 billion cows on Earth today.
Over the past 50 years, meat production has quadrupled.
If you think about it, if one cow is producing over 50 gallons of methane a day, you do the math. What is 1.5 billion doing?
It makes you think, maybe we should start thinking about cows as much as we think about our cars.
But there is good news. Even though beef production is high, it has been going down in recent years.
So it seems that people are getting the picture.
But it's not over yet.
Emissions are at an all-time high.
And greenhouse gases are skyrocketing.
Much like our population, which means
The more people we have, the more mouths we need to feed.
But there's still a lot we can do.
Our money is basically our vote. If we buy the meat, they produce it.
if we stop buying meat, guess what? They stop producing it.
So are you saying I have to stop eating meat altogether?
Not at all. But if you want to, you won't be part of the problem at all.
But even eating less meat makes a huge difference.
There's so many alternatives out there today. Maybe try something new.
Maybe I can try meatless Mondays?
Or even just smaller portions. Because if the world only ate 15% less meat,
It would be like taking 240 million cars off the roads. We have to remember we are not the only ones on this planet.
So we need to start acting like it today.
Created using Powtoon.